What's one patient story that sticks out to you, maybe that illustrates some of what's broken in our healthcare system? I wonder if you'd share that and then tell us, like, what would you want to do to try to fix that if you were in the Senate?
I love that question, and I wish I could spend an hour talking about all of the patient stories that I carry with me, like every other pediatrician in this country. The story I always think of first is quite tragic. It was a young 4-year-old boy who found an unsecured firearm on the coffee table in his own home. And like curious children do, he picked it up and he unintentionally pulled the trigger and shot
Mm,
himself in the head. And I cared for him in the children's hospital after he had already spent weeks in the intensive care unit. He had had multiple neurosurgeries, part of his skull removed. He was wearing a helmet.
mm,
And when I had the privilege to care for him, he was in the, general unit of the children's hospital, learning how to talk again, learning how to walk again, learning how to eat. And, every day that I rounded in his room was just a reminder of how so deeply our elected officials have failed to protect America's children, because we don't have a federal secure storage law in this country. And South Carolina has not passed a secure
mhm,
storage law that mandates that gun owners keep their guns away from children, keep their guns locked, unloaded, and separate from ammunition.
mhm.
It's a really simple intervention, a simple law that could protect children. And, a lot of people are not aware that gun violence is the leading cause of death for children in South Carolina, the
Yeah.
leading cause of death for children in this country. And we have broad bipartisan support for common sense gun laws like universal background checks,
Mhm.
secure storage laws, red flag laws, all these things that the majority of Americans agree on. And the only place we can't find consensus is in Congress. And Lindsey Graham is to blame for that. He is part of the problem because he takes money from the NRA. He cares more about keeping the NRA happy than he cares about protecting South Carolina's children.